Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my newer format now. Okay. All right, here we go. Still working on these things. I'll get better as time goes on. Yoga Sutra, Book 1, Sutra 28. No, Shalom. Pichinyang tapang chiapang chakata vasyang yoginaha. Taja japa sutadal tamang abanama. Taja japa sutadal tamang. Taja japa sutadal tapa abanama. Once more. Pichinyang tapang chiapang chakata vasyang yoginaha. Taja japa sutadal time. Taja japa sutadal tapa abanama. Last try. Vijinyang tapang chiapang chakata vasyang yoginaha. Taja japa sutadal tapa abanama. Prano vasyang japaha. Prano vang pite yasyang. Prano vang pite yasyang. Jashivarasyang pa abanama. Once more. Prano vasyang japaha. Prano vang pite. Prano vang pitera. Prano vang pite yasyang. Jashivarasyang pa abanama. Okay, one more. Pranavasyang japaha. Pranavang pitayasyang. Jashivarasyang pa abanama. Tadasyang yoginaha. Pranavam japataha. Pranavang tamjang pa abayasat. Pa abayatashit chittanga mekangagram. Pa abayatashit chittata mekangagram sampadyatem. Second try. Tadasyang yoginaha. Pranavam japataha. Pranavang tamjang pa abayatasa chittata mekangagram sampadyatem. Tatang jokutama. Savang tiang yang yogamang sitang. Yogang at savang tiang yamang manat. Yogang at savang tiang yamang manat. Yogang at savang tiang yamang Yogang at savang tiang yamang manat. Once more. Savang tiang yad yoga. Savang tiang yang yogamang sitang. Yogang at savang tiang yamang manat. Savang tiang yoga sampat tiang parama tebang paramang temang prakang shatem iti. Once more. Savang tiang yoga sampat tiang paramang temang prakang shatem iti. Okay, from the beginning, the whole thing. Oh yeah, I chanted 66 rounds, so white panicle. Okay. Pijinyang tapang chiapang chakat. Pijinyang tapang chiapang chakat. Pijinyang tatavasyang yoginaha. Taja japa sudal time. Taja japang sudal time. Taja japa sudal tapavanama. Taja japa sudal tapava. Wow, it's terrible. Means I need more cannabis. From the beginning again. Pijinyang tapang chiapang chakata vasyang. Pijinyang tapang chiapang chakata vasyang yoginaha. Taja japa sudal time. Pang sudal. Taja japse japang. Taja japa sudal time. 大嘴加巴士，大嘴加巴士，大带他帕巴那么，大嘴加巴士，大带他帕巴那么，无病啊。布拉诺邦西洋加巴赫，布拉诺邦皮特亚西洋，这是瓦拉西洋帕巴那么，大达西洋尤吉纳赫，布拉诺邦加巴达赫，布拉诺邦他们将帕巴亚达是จิตตามกังกรามสัมปาดิยเต็มตทังโจกตามสวังเทียงยังเดียวกามังสีตัมโยกังตสวังเทียยามามานัตสวังเทียยาโยกาสัมปัตติยังปารามังตมังประกาชัตเต็มอิตินะชาลอมโอเคNow, by the yogin who has recognized the power of the word to express the thing, repetition of it and reflection upon its meaning. The repetition of the mystic syllable and reflection upon the Ishvaram who is signified by the mystic syllable. Then in the case of this yogin, who thus repeats the mystic syllable and reflects upon its meaning, mind stuff attains to singleness of intent. And so it hath been cited. Through study, let him practice yoga. Through yoga, let him meditate on study. By perfectness in study and in yoga, Supreme Soul shines forth clearly. Okay. Raghaveda next, thank you. Alright, I have to download Sanskrit font. Okay, let me see if I could even. No, it's too modern, way too modern for me. Okay, give me a few, give me 2 minutes, thank you. Okay, found it. Okay, I think I might be at 71. Let me double check here. Yep, it's 71. Sorry about the delays. I know how to read Sanskrit, but all the other stuff I have to learn. And yeah, sorry. Almost there. Alright, at least we have the text now. Okay. One second. No, Shalom, here we go. Bhagavad Veda, Book 5, Page 71. No Ganantam, Dishang Dasang, Paruna Mitra, Paihano, Upemam, Jarumatvaram, Bishvasyam, Hi, Prachatasang, Paruna Mitra, Rajatah, Vishvasyam, Hi, Prachatasang, Paruna Mitra, Rajatah, Ishanganang, Bipiatam, Tiah, Upanah, Sutamang, Katam, Paruna Mitra, Da Shushah, Asyan, Somasyan, Pitayam. One more, the whole thing. So short. This might be a quick session actually, with all the even with all the delays. Imagine that. Second try, the whole thing. Ang no kanantam rishang dasang paruna mitra paihano upemam jarumatvaram vishvasyang hi prachatasang paruna mitra rajatah ishanganang pipyatam tiah Upanah Sutamang Katam Varuna Mitra Dan Shushah Asyang Somasyang Pitayam. Na Shalom. O Varuna and Mitra, ye who slay the foeman, come with might to this our goodly sacrifice. For Varuna and Mitra, ye sages are rulers over all. Fill full our songs, for this ye can. Come to the juice that we have pressed. Varuna, Mitra, come to drink the soma of the worshipper. Okay, Taittirya Upanishad next, thank you. have a feeling that it's second Anuvaka on the first bodily. Sorry. Yeah, I'll fix. So yeah, I'll be ready in 1 minute. Thank you. I found the text. Now I need to find the translation. I'm ready. Finding is the hardest. Reading. I eat Sanskrit. Yes, I do sometimes. Okay. All right. Changing the title. Second bodily. And this is the second Anuvaka. I did the first one last time. I'll remember. Trust me. What is he talking about? No, nothing. Okay, here we go. I'm good at reading Sanskrit. Mahabharata. Sorry. Where am I? Okay. Shalom. Here we go. Panchakosho Vivaranam Ananadavai Prajang He Prajang Yanantem Yang He Kang Shachang Purativim Shritang He. This is one word. Note to the editor. I'm not gonna email them, I have no time. Yang He Kang Shachang Purativim Shritang He Atom Anananaivan Jivanantim Atainadapi Yananti Anantatahe Ananamhi Putanganam Jeshutama Tasamangat Salvao Shotan Muchatem Salvao Shotam Muchatem. Second try. Tasamangat Salvao Shotam Muchatem Salvam Vai Dananama Punuvananti Yananam Brahmopangasatem Ananam hi Pudanam Jeshartama. So this is two words. See, in this case, one word. Why did they add? Tasamat Salvausha Tasamat Salvausha Tamuchiatem Salvausha Tamuchiatem Tasamat Salvausha Tamuchiatem Ananad Pudangani Jayanante. Second try. Ananad Pudangani Jayanantem Jantanyanana Baltanantem Adyatatati Jang Pudangani Tasamadanam Tadujiatam Iti Tasamadavangam Etasamadaranarasamayant Etasamadaranarasamayant. Second try. I want to see how long this is. Oh, okay. Tasamadavangam Etasamadaranarasamaya Tasamadavangam Etasamadaranarasamayant Anyonantara Antamanga Pranamayaha Tenaisha Purnaha Sa Wang Esha Purusha Vitang Evan. Second try, sorry. Sa Wang Esha Purusha Sa Wang Esha Purusha Vitang Evan Dasyang Purusha Vitatang Dasyang Purusha Vitat Dasyang Purusha Vitatang Anumbayam Purusha Vitaha Dasyang Prana Evan Shiraha Piano Dakushuinaha Pakushaha Apana Utaraha Pakushaha Agansha Ataman Purativi Putacham Pratishutwa Tadapiesha Shuroko Pavati. Okay, I'm gonna read the whole thing just once. I'm gonna try to get it right. If I make a mistake, I'll just finish it. Doesn't hurt to try it once. I mean, time, effort. Feels like I'm leaning more and more this way as the sessions go. I have to remind myself. Oh no, I'm burning out. Okay, oh yeah, I need nicotine or else. This is not one of those brands. It's not charging. All right. Here we go. Second try, the whole thing. Panchakosha Viparanam, Panchakosha Viparanam, Ananang Devai, Prajang He, Prajang Yanantem, Yang He, Gang Shechang, Purotivim Shritang He, Atom Anananaivan Jivananti, Ataina Dapi, Yananti Anantata He, Ananam Hi, Pudanam Jeshartama, Tasamat Salvaushatang Muchiatem, Tasamat Salvausatamuchiatem, Salvam Vai Dananama Punuvananti, Yananam Brahmopang Satem, Ananam Hi Pudanam Jeshartama, Tasamat Salvausatamuchiatem, Ananad 부당하니 장야는 댐 장당하냐는 내나 말타는 댐 아디야 따뜻히 장 부당하니 따스마다는 남 따두지아땅 이띠 따스마드 왕엠 따스마다는 나라 사마리아. Yeah, almost. It could have been pretty, but no, I messed it up. 따스마드 왕엠 따스마다는 나라 사마양아트 아니오는 따라 드망에 브라너마야흐 때나이셔 불너흐 사봉 에셔 부르셔비탕 에방 다시양 부르셔비타땅에 아는바얌 부르셔비타흐 다시양 브라너 에방 시라흐 비앙노 다쿠슈이너흐 바쿠쇼흐 아빵나 우트따라흐 바쿠쇼흐 아강샹 드망 프로티비 부처참 프라테슈트엠. One more time. 프로티비 부처참 프라테슈트엠 다다비에쇼 셜로코 파바티 나 샬롬 이티 드비티 요누방 까흐. Not too bad. It's a waste of time finding these texts. So what's the biggest issue with your Sanskrit sessions? Finding the text and the translations to read. All right. Second Anuvaka. From food, verily, creatures are produced, whatsoever they dwell on the earth. Moreover, by food in truth they live. Moreover, into it also they finally pass. For truly, food is the chief of beings. Therefore, it is called a panacea. Verily, they obtain all food. Verily, they obtain all food who worship Brahma as food. For truly, food is the chief of beings. Therefore, it is called a panacea. From food, created things are born. By food, when born, do they grow up. It both is eaten and eats things. Because of that, it is called food. Verily, other than N, okay. Verily, other than and within that one that consists of the essence of food is the self that consists of breath. By that this is filled. This verily has the form of a person. According to that one's personal form is this one with the form of a person. The in-breath is its head, the diffused breath the right wing, the out-breath the left wing, space the body, the earth the lower part, the foundation. As to that, there is also this verse. I want to read this whole thing again. This one, okay. The in-breath is its head, the diffused breath the right wing, the out-breath the left wing, space the body, the earth the lower part, the foundation. As to that, there is also this verse, okay. Next and last is Ramayana. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick session because Ramayana is the easiest to read for me. A few might say it's the hardest to read, but for me, Ramayana, like you can't. It's give me Ramayana any day, I'll read it. It's the easiest for me. Okay, Ramayana next. Thank you. Yeah, one of the texts is like 400 megabytes long, and the other is like 600 megabytes long. Every time I do Ramayana, it's 1 gigabyte of solid memory. Okay, almost there. It's downloaded about 400 megabytes, I bet. It's almost there. It's 570 or 580 megabytes. I thought I had it on my thing. Oh yeah. I have to redirect it to my something. I don't know. What does time have to do with Gaima? Gaima has to work with other Gaimas. So the timing has to be perfect. So sometimes you wait. Sorry. That's what I get for not reading Sanskrit. I just want to read Sanskrit. I don't know whatever is coming out of my mouth, just ignore it. Because I just want to read Sanskrit. And maybe the translation. Sometimes the translations are good, really good. But I just want to read the text. Come on. Okay, almost there. I just want to see if I did 77 last time. All right. Not yet. You're not beginning. Yeah, I apologize. I have really fast internet. I don't know what the problem is. It's all around here. I should point count to 5. Okay. 77. This is 50. Yeah. 16. Yeah, that's a ghost, by the way, right behind me. It does this whenever I'm doing anything in Sanskrit. Okay, 75. Yeah. 76, 77. I think I read this. Yeah, I read this one. So 78 is today. Oh wow. You know what happened? I think I finished the entire Ramayana. I'm gonna double check. So I finished the entire Balagan last time I did it without realizing. Welcome to my life. So I finished the entire Balagan, that's the first chapter of Rama, first book of Ramayana. I finished the entire thing. Did I really? I have to double check already. Time's moving faster than I think. That's new. I finished Balagan, and if you know anything about Sanskrit, just the fact that I finished it, it should make somebody happy. Go, wow, I finished entire Balagan in Sanskrit. Yeah, I did. I'll double check. Well, so I'm reading a new book, Ayodhya Gananda. Did I? Really? Right, double checking. Okay, so that was 23rd. Last time I did that was 23rd. 77. Okay, today is the last chapter. Okay, I got this straightened out. Really? 14 days apart. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. Last chapter of Balakan and the it's chapter 77. I apologize. Okay. I should be good to go. Pretty short time. 29 shlokas. It'll take me about 20 minutes. There you go. Saputa saputa titamaho salgaho. Okay, that's good. No, shalom, here we go. Sorry for the delay. So half my session is just finding it, and the other half is reading it. Shalom. I'm gonna try this new thing. I'm gonna read every sentence twice, but when I get to the end of the shloka, I'll read the whole shloka once. Here we go. Gatem Āmēn prashanantang temangam rangamo dashara tiltanuha. One more. Gatem Āmēn prashanantang temangam rangamo dashara tiltanuha. Varuno yang parame yang dadao hasute maha yashang. One more. Varuno yang parame yang dadao hasute maha yashang. The whole thing. Gate Āmēn prashanantang temangam rangamo dashara tiltanuha. Varuno yang parame yang dadao hasute maha yashang. Apibang diyan tato rangamo basishirta pramukhanara shwin basishirta pramukhanara shwin. Second try. Apibang diyan tato rangamo basishirta pramukhanara shwin pitaram pikalam durashirta bang provang chan rakunanandanaha. The whole thing. Apibang diyan tato rangamo basishirta paramukhanara shwina pitaram pikalam durashirta bang provang chan rakunanandanaha. Jamadagniyo gatom rangamaha. Jamadagniyo gato rangamaha parayangatu taturamginui. Ayothyang apimukhi senang devayang nangatena bi litang pang litang. Second line, second try. Ayothyang apimukhi senang devayang nangatena pang litang. The whole thing. Jamadagniyo gato rangamaha prayangatu taturam ginui. Ayothyang once more. Jamadagniyo gato rangamaha prayangatu taturam ginui. Ayothyang apimukhi senang devayang nangatena pangalitang. Rangamasyang pachanam shrutavang rangjang dasharataha sutama. Banghopyang samamparishavangyang multiniopang akrangayang rakhavama. Second try. bằng hữu phiền sam parishvajyam multiniu bằng krang yang ra khavam. Okay, the whole thing. Ramasyam Pachanam Shrutuvam Rangjang Dasharatha Sutama Bahupyam Samam Parishvajyam Multiniupang Kraya Rakhavama Gatom Rama Iti Shrutuvang Harashutaha Pramudito Nirupaha Punaljangatam Tadang Mene Putra Mangatama Namevang Putra Mangatama Namevang Chang. The whole thing. Gatom Rama Iti Shrutuvang Harashutaha Pramudito Nirupaha Punaljangatam Tadang Mene Putra Mangatama Namevang Chang. Jodayang Mang Sang Tang Senang Jagama Shu Tataha Purima Patang Tvajinim Ramyam Duryod Kushta Ninang Aditangama. Second try. I wanna second try. Patang Tvajinim Ramyam Duryod Kushta Ninang Adinim Ditang Duryod Kushta Ninang Aditangama. Whole thing. Jodayam Satang Senam Jagama Shu Tataha Purima Patang Tvajinim Ramyam Duryod Kushta Ninang Aditangama. Seketarang Japang Taramyam Seketarang Japat Taramyam Prakil na Kusumo Tekaram Prakil na Kusumo Tekaram. Sorry, second try. Seketarang Japat Taramyam Seketarang Japat Taramyam Prakil na Kusumo Tekaram Prakil na Kusumo Tekaram. Okay, moving on. Second line. Rang Japara Vesha Sumukai Rang Japara Vesha Sumukai Her Paurai Mangangala Panganui Piher. Now the whole thing. Shloka 7. Seketarang Japatang Ramyam Prakil na Kusumotakarang Rang Japara Vesha Sumukai Her Paurai Mangangala Panganui Piher. Samampul Nam Prabhishang de Rangjang Jano Kai Her Samalam Korotang Paurai Her Pratiu de Gato Duram de Vijay Shechang Purabang Sipi Her. Okay, the whole thing. Samampul Nam Prabhishang de Rangjang Jano Kai Her Samalam Korotang Paurai Her Pratiu de Gatom Duram de Vijay Shechang Purabang Sipi Her. Puturai Ranugata Her Shri Mangana Shri Mad Pishjang Maha Yashang Her Praviveshang Guruham Rangjang Himavata Sadurasham Puriyama. The whole thing. Puturai Ranugata Her Shri Mangana Shri Mad Pishjang Maha Yashang Her Praviveshang Guruham Rangjang Himavata Sadurasham Puriyama. 나나는당 스바자나이 랑장 그러해 까마이허 수부지타허 cao sao liang cha sumitrang cha kai kei cha sumathyamam Atu pratigrahe yukutang yang shechang niang raja yashui yang raja yoshuita. Okay, it's a little apart. Tatahe si tang mahapaga mul milang cha yashasvinim. The whole thing. 11. Atu pratigrahe yukutang yang shechang niang raja yoshuita. Tatahe si tang mahapaga mul milang cha yashasvinim. Kushatvaja sutem jophem jagara hul nirupang yoshuita jagara hul nirupang jagara hul nirupang jagara hul nirupang yoshuitang jagara hul nirupang yoshuita mamgalang lang apanail homai he mamgalang lang apanail homai he shopitang he kushoma bang sasa he kushoma bang sasa he. The whole thing. Kushatvaja sutem jophem jagara hul nirupa yoshuita he mamgalang lang apanail homai he shopitang he kushoma bang sasa he. Devatang yatana niang shu salvang asatang he pratya pujayana apibang diang shechang salvang raja sutang asatadang spiral point ramirem tuditang ramire muditang he salvang 발들어 필무디땅 라하흐 그렇다당랑흐 그렇당아스트랑 시장 사타낭흐 사수흐르 주자낭흐 Okay, the whole thing. 14, almost halfway. 라미레 무디땅 살방에 발들을 필무디땅 라하흐 그렇다당랑 그렇당 아스트랑 시장 사타낭 사수흐르 저자낭 I messed up. Alright, one more. 라미레 무디땅 살방에 발들을 필들을 라미레 무디땅 살방에 발들을 필무디땅 라하흐 그렇다당랑 그렇당 아스트랑 시장 사타낭 사수흐르 저자낭 수슈루셔망 삐따람 바다야는띠 나라셔팡 가시야 찌뜨뜨바탕 깡라시양 랑장 다샤라타 수땀 파라땀 파라땀 까이까이 부뚜랑 파라땀 까이까이 부뚜라마브라비드 라쿠나는다나흐 아얌 깨까야랑 자시양 부뚜라 바사티 부뚜라깐. The whole thing. 16. 파라땀 까이까이 부뚜라마브라비드 라쿠나는다나흐 아얌 깨까야랑 자시양 부뚜로 바사티 부뚜라깐. 대방음 Netuma gato biro utanga jinama tu lasutavam utanga jinama tu lasutavam Shrutuvanga Dasharatasya itadu Parataha Kaikayi Sutaha the whole thing. Devangam Netuma gato biro utanga jinama tu lasutavam Shrutuvanga Dasharatasya itadu Parataha Kaikayi Sutaha. Okay, one more. Devangam Netuma gato biro utanga jinama tu lasutavam Shrutuvanga Dasharatasya itadu Parataha Kaikayi Sutaha. Gamanaya Pichang Gamanaya Pichakramam Shaturukna Sahita Sutadangam Apurachachyam Pitaram Shuro Ramam Jakleshatakari Matururu Shichang Pi Narashiresh. I want to be there again. I did it perfect, but it's a little, yeah, I could do it better. Gamanaya Pichakrama Shaturukna Sahita Sutadangam Apurachachyam Pitaram Shuro Ramam Jakleshatakari Nama. Okay, 19 now. Yeah, it's divided with explanations. Matururoshichang pi narashirashupaha Shaturukna Sahito Yayam Utangajit Prangapya Paratam Sashaturuknam Prahashwitahu. The whole thing. Matururoshichang pi narashirashupaha Shaturukna Sahito Yayam Utangajit Prangapyang Paratam Sashaturuknam Prahashwitahu. One more, last try. Matururoshichang pi narashirashupaha Shaturukna Sahito Yayam Utangajit Prangapyang Paratam Sashaturuknam Prahashwitahu. Sashaturuknam Prahashwitahu. Moving on. Sivapuram Prabhishadu Biraha Pitang Tasyang Tutosha Ham Katem Chang Parate Ramo Lakashmano Shichang Mahabalaha. I did it perfectly and the page is too far apart for me to backtrack. I'm gonna leave it as is. Pitaram Deva Samkang Sham Pujayang Ma Satusutadang Piturang Jinyam Purasakuratiang Paurakang Aryan Anui Saivashahu Chakang Ramaha Saivang Anui Puriyang Anui Chang Itani Chang Matara Pyo Matara Kang Aryan Anui Kurtavang Paramayanantaritahu. Guru Nam Guru Kang Aryan Anui Kang Le Kalanam Babai Kushotam Evam Dasharataha Purito Brahmano Naigama Satatangim Ramasyang Shila Burutatana Saive Vishayapang Asinaha Desha Matiyashang Lokom Lokem Desha Matiyashang Loke Ramaha Satya Parakramaha. The whole thing. 24. 6 shlokas away. Ramasyam Shila Burutatana Saive Vishayapang Asinaha Desha Matishayang Yashang. Sorry. Desha Matiyashang. Okay. Desha Matiyashang. Okay. From beginning of 24 again. Sorry. Ramasyam Shila Burutatana Saive Vishayapang Asinaha Desha Matiyashang Lokem Ramaha Satya Parakramaha. Yeah, cool. Savayam Purivam Putangnam Papuvan Gunavatarahu Ramashachang Sitayang Saitam Bijahara Bahu Nurtuna. Okay, the whole thing. 25. And after today, Balakananda is done. IoT Alakananda starting next time. Chapter 1. Here we go. Sevayam Purivan Putanam Bapuva Gunavatarahu Ramashachang Sitayang Saitam Bijahara Bahu Nurtuna Manasavi Tadagata Manasatasyang Hurudi Samaipitahu Priyang Tu Sitang Ramasya Tarah Petrakartang Iti Gunaduru Paguna Chachangapi Gunaduru Panga Gunaduru Paguna Chachangapi Britil Puyo Pivaitatem Britil Puyo Pivaitatem Britil Puyo Pivaitatem Tasyang Shechang Paitang Divigunam Hurdaya Parivaitatem. The whole thing. 27. Almost done. Gunaduru Paguna Chachang Api Britil Puyo Pivaitatem Britil Puyo Pivaitatem. One more. Gunaduru Paguna Chachang Api Britil Puyo Pivaitatem Tasyang Shechang Paitang Divigunam Hurdaya Parivaitatem. One more. Gunaduru Paguna Chachang Api Britil Puyo Pivaitatem. One more. Gunaduru Paguna Chachang Api Britil Puyo Pivaitatem. Missing time. Gunaduru Paguna Chachang Api Britil Puyo Pivaitatem Tasyang Shechang Paitang Divigunam Hurdaya Parivaitatem. Alright. 2 left. Ananta Gatamapi Bhagatamang Akhyati Hurdayam Hurdang Tasyang Puyo Visheshwana Maitili Janakatamajong Devatang Piha Sama Rupa Sitang Shririvang Rupinui. Second try, the whole thing. 28. Anantagatamapi Bhagatamang Akhyati Hurdayam Hurdang Tasyang Puyo Visheshwana Maitili Janakatamajong Devatang Piha Sama Rupa Sitang Shririvang Rupinui. Okay. Did I miss anything? Oh, last shloka. It's the easiest Sanskrit text for me. I don't know why it's so easy for me. Tayang sa rajarshri sutopikangamayang Sameyivang Dutatamarang Jakaniyang Yang Ativang Ramah Shushupa Mudanam Vitum Vipuha Shriyang Vishnurivanga Mare Shivaraha Vishnurivanga Mare Shivaraha. Okay, the whole thing. So I just like reading, the whole shloka once and then say the whole shloka again the second time. By the third time I should be getting most of it right. Tayang sang Rajai Shri Suto Pikamayang Sameivan Dutatamara Jakania Yang, Sameivan Dutatamara Jakania Yang, Ativan Ramaha Shushupe, Buddhanam Vito Vipuha Shri Vishnurivan Meshipmare Mareshvaraha, Vishnurivan Mareshvaraho. Okay, last try. Last shloka, last try. Dayang Sang Rajai Shri Sutopikang. Oh, Dayang Sang Rajai Shri Dayang. Okay, I need more cannabis to counteract whatever's ailing me. Alright, all better. Dayang Sang Rajai Shri Sutopikang Mayang Samaivan Dudutamarang Jakania Yang Ativan Ramaha Shushupe Buddhanam Vito Vipuha Shri Vishnurivan Mareshvaraha. Na Shalom. Ityang Shwe Shri Madhurama Yanue Paramikiye Andikangvye Balakanandwe Sabda Titamaha Salgaha Balakanandam Samampurnama. Let's see. Let me quickly bow to the book. 1 second. Make that larger. Okay, 1 second. Thank you. I bow at the beginning of a book and at the end of a book. This is the end of Balakananda. So if you just came by to listen to Sanskrit, I'm not reading any more Sanskrit. I'm just reading translation and then logging off. So, okay. Last chapter in Balakananda, chapter 77, Canto 77. Here we go. Parashurama, having left the highly illustrious Sri Rama, whose mind was completely at rest, made over the bowl in his hand to Varuna, of immeasurable strength. Greeting the sages headed by Vasishtha and seeing his father perturbed, Sri Rama then submitted to his father. Parashurama, son of Jamadagni, has departed. Let the army consisting of 4 limbs and protected by you, its master, march in the direction of Ayodhya. Hearing the request of Sri Rama, King Dasharatha closely folded in his arms. Hearing the request of Sri Rama, King Dasharatha closely folded in his arms his son, the foremost of Raku's race, and smelt his head. Delighted, nay overjoyed to hear that Parashurama had left, the king thought his son as well as himself reborn on that occasion. He urged his army forward and then speedily reached his delightful capital. The king entered in state the city, decorated with flags and buntings, and rendered noisy by fanfares of trumpets. It looked charming, with its highways sprinkled with water, and was strewn with heaps of flowers. It was brimful with citizens, with their faces blooming over the return of their king, and carrying auspicious articles in their hands, and was fully graced with multitudes of men. Met far in advance by the citizens, as well as by Brahmanas inhabiting the capital, and follow. Sorry, I am a little tired. Okay, almost done. Met far in advance by the citizens, as well as by Brahmanas inhabiting the capital, and followed by his glorious sons, the glorious and highly illustrious king entered his beloved palace vying with the Himalaya mountain. Duly entertained with luxuries by his own people, the king rejoiced at his house. Kausalya and Sumitra, as well as the graceful Kaikeyi and whatever other queens there were, busied themselves with the ceremonious reception of their daughters-in-law. Thereupon the queens conducted the highly blessed Siddham and the illustrious Urmilang, as well as both the daughters of Kushatavajam. All those queens forthwith got the brides to offer worship to the temples. The brides, who were greeted with benedictions, looked splendid after having offered oblations to the sacred fire. It's so hard to read because of the words in between parentheses. Okay. All those queens forthwith got the brides to offer worship to the temples. The brides, who were greeted with benedictions, looked splendid after having offered oblations to the sacred fire, and were clad in silken robes. Having saluted on that occasion those who deserved to be saluted. Having saluted on that occasion those who deserved to be saluted, all the princesses, without exception, happily enjoyed life with their husbands in their private apartments. Married and taught the use of missiles, and endowed with riches, the princes lived in the company of their friends and relatives, rendering service to their father. Some time after this, one day, King Dasharatha, the delight of the Rakhus, spoke to Bharata, the son of Kaikeyi. The son of the king of Kekaya, the heroic Yuddhamajit, your maternal uncle who has come to take you, is tarrying. Hearing this remark of Dasharatha, Bharata, son of Kaikeyi, forthwith got ready to depart along with Shatrughna, taking leave of his father, and Sri Rama, who did things without exertion, as well as of his mothers. The heroic Bharata left with Shatrughna. I hate these words in between brackets. I'm gonna read it again. Taking leave of his father, and Sri Rama, who did things without exertion, as well as of his mothers, the heroic Bharata left with Shatrughna. Sorry about some mistakes. Just I hate reading all the other supplied words. Highly rejoiced to get hold of Bharata along with Shatrughna, the valiant Yuddhamajit, duly entered his town, and his father felt gratified at this. Bharata, as well as Shatrughna, having left, the very mighty Rama and Lakshmana began to serve their godlike father when the occasion demanded it. Placing his father's command above all, Sri Rama ever did in every way all business relating to the citizens, which was dear to them as well as conducive to their interests. Doing the work of his mothers for their Doing the work of his mothers for their sake, Sri Rama, who was highly self-restrained, attended from time to the important business of his others. So they made an error. Doing the work of his mothers for their sake, Sri Rama, who was highly self-restrained, attended from time to the important business of his others. In this was King Dasharatha, the Brahmanas In this was King Dasharatha, the Brahmanas as well as the traders. In fact, all the people of the kingdom were pleased with the disposition and conduct of Sri Rama. Sri Rama, who was endowed with true valor, outshone his brothers in reputation, and like Brahma, excelled creative beings in merits. The high-minded Sri Rama, whose heart was set on his spouse, and who stood enthroned in her heart, enjoyed life with her for many months. Sita was dear to Sri Rama as a partner made available by his father. Because of her virtues and comeliness of form, his affection grew all the more. Her husband, too, gained a doubly secure footing in her heart. Sita, the princess of Mithilan and daughter of Janaka, who compared with goddesses in bodily charm and was beauty incarnate, as it were, could vividly read in minute detail with her mind even that which existed in the inmost heart of Sri Rama. United with that foremost princess, who was the sole object of his love, and whose love was centered in him, Sri Rama, the aforesaid son of King Dasharatha, looked most charming and full of joy as the all-pervading Vishnu, the suzerain Lord of gods, in the company of Shri. Thus ends Canto 77 in the Balakananda of the glorious Ramayana of Valmiki, the work of Roshri in the oldest epic. The end of Balakananda. Okay. And Sita is Subhadra, by the way. Subhadra was Sita. And it says, like, she was able to know everything that Rama was, thinking vividly. She could vividly read in minute detail with her mind, even that which existed in the inmost heart of Sri Rama. That translates to Sita has the highest IQ of all females or female gods. She's the alpha female goddess. Like there's no one comparing to her, Sita, who's Subhadra. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. So I'm done with Balakananda. I will mark the book, but I gotta be careful because I could skip a chapter if I don't. I'm just gonna say Balakananda and Fin. F-R-N. Cool. Thank you. I'm done for today. But I might do another session. So after 66 rounds of chanting my mantra that I made up, which is the gun mantra, after 66 rounds, my tongue is loosened enough to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, which was my former self. You don't get to learn the Hare Krishna mantra, and if you don't like my pronunciation of the Hare Krishna mantra is perfect. So Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You don't learn that, by the way. It has to be in your karma. It had to have been experienced before you were in this body. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Shalom.